Peace, family. As I was meditating, I got a message. Let's get into it. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, gangsta white walls, TV antennas in the back, you may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, diamond in the back, sunroof top, dig in the scene with the gangster lean, gangster white wall. Okay. Be grateful. What did I hear Big Mama say? Big Mama said, be grateful, not materialistic. That's they shit. That's some learned shit. We were not raised like that. We were not raised on that mindset. And I feel like a lot of us, even the ones of us who feel like we really got something, really ain't got nothing. You know what I mean? You're being fooled to think if you're materialistic or something like that, that you've gotten something. And Big Mama saying we got to get away from that. That is not how we were raised. That was not the mindset. And even that part where people are not being grateful, they're not able to see, like our ancestors saw, like the benefits of working for yourself. That's what I'm hearing. Like the benefits of not having to borrow or beg or do anything for, you know, monetary gain or materials. You know what I mean? I always say the more grateful you are, the more things you have to be grateful for. And that's what I just keep hearing. Like this, some people think the stuff they got is something, they not grateful, and no, it's nothing. It's nothing. But I'm hearing like it's deeper than that, because that is what's keeping us from ascending, tribe. Like not walking in love, not walking in gratitude. The more grateful you are, the more things you have to be grateful for. But it's like, I'm hearing that quote, I feel like it's Bob Marley, and it says, some people are so poor, all they have is money. And I'm pretty sure you can quote me that. That's a Bob Marley quote where he says, some people are so poor that all they have is money. And it's like Big Mama is trying to move us past that energy. I'm hearing like we've been in that energy too long. And it's like chosen ones, we know better. We know better. But on the same token, it's like try not to get distracted. Cause it's like if you, I told my son the other day, I said, when you're transitioning from one phase of your life, of yourself, of your being as another, you still, some people may say get triggered, but you still go back to things that you are accustomed to doing. I remember when I stopped eating meat because I just didn't want meat no more. Nothing else happened. When I said I didn't want it, I did not have a taste for it. I did not at all have a taste for it. But because I had eaten meat with over 20, 30 years, my whole life, right? My mind would tell me if I wasn't paying attention stay with me. If I wasn't paying attention, that I was being told to eat meat. That's what a craving is, right? And then every time I would do that, I would be like, why did I do that? I don't want that. That's not what I want. But you see how I always say that, because I feel like that's what spirit is guiding us to see. It does not matter how much we've transitioned. tribe. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter how much we have ascended. It's like, don't get comfortable. Do not get stuck. You're going to be distracted and shown some things. And you have to like be able to know who you are. That's what I'm hearing, like, and just stand in that, right? I feel like one of those things that they are going to try to, I'm just seeing this, chosen. I feel like one of those things they really going to try to dangle to see if we're really walking what we're talking, if we are who we say we are. And this ain't what people think. This is on a spiritual level. That's why you can't play with people, because you look at them and be like, oh, that ain't nobody. But Big Mama like, oh, he or she is one of my kids. What you talking about? Them one of my kids. Don't play with them. And I feel like you're still going to be played with, because that's how people going to, you know. But you're going to have to know, like, people that have treated people that way. This is on both ends. You're going to have to know, like, you mess with the wrong person, right? And you made their mission, you tried to make their mission, difficult for them. And I'm telling you, it all ties in, family. Thank you, Spirit, because I just hear it. If you stay in a posture of gratitude and keep walking in love, that's the only way you're going to win. I always tell people, we've been taught the opposite for so long, like to be materialistic and not spiritual, which also still means not walking in your spirit mind, your spirit body. Higher self is how I see it, right? That it was easy to keep us low so long by distracting us with things. And it's like those of us that know, no matter how hard it is, we know that, like I just said, your rank in the spiritual realm means way more than what the world try to show you. So don't be discouraged. 7:07 was on the clock. Just be thankful. We're going to be testing now. I already told y'all. For what you got. We weren't raised to be materialistic and all that shit anyway. Big Mama already said we wasn't raised like that. Those are things that I'm telling you, it's a newer age thing. Because even if you look back to our ancestors, they were grateful for the little they had. And even of us, in those of us that are of the future generation, the most recent, whatever you want to call that, right? Compared to our ancestors, great, right? It's like we look at that because we've been shifted to a certain point where it's like it is so easy for us to become materialistic and comfortable and forget who we are and not just knowing how to be grateful for what we got. And that's how they get you, family. I hope you stay with me. That's how they get you. If they can get you to just keep walking in your material body and mind, it's all about balance, family. They can keep you from ascending. You have to be able to, I'm hearing Spirit say, like, walk in your higher self and balance both of them, because if gratitude ain't your altitude and you're so distracted by things down here, and the reason I know that it's not most people's altitude. It ain't where they mind be at, because I remember even being on a level, right, where you are in the 3D reality, working, enslaved, in your mind, in your physical, because in your physical you are, and then that's what your thoughts are on, and then that's what your outer world look like. So I know what it looked like to be vibrating there and be materialistic, even when you don't realize that's what you're doing, because you're working for somebody. And you got to make a certain amount and make certain moves to keep up the lifestyle. You got the bills and, the thrills and all of that, right? And a lot of us don't even know how to just, first of all, be grateful, because our ancestors didn't have as nearly as much as this. And I feel like I always will hear this saying, and it's important to remember this. First of all, I'm hearing, like, to whom much is given, much is required. But it's like you have to be grateful for the little in order to get a lot. I feel like our ancestors knew that. And because they were in this realm at a different time, in a different mindset, it's like we are going to have to get back to that. And we don't see that, family. Many of us do not see this. You can't be so material that you're not spiritual. And I ain't talking about religion. I ain't talking about nobody trying to tell you shit but your higher self. The God in you, the God above you, whatever. But I'm telling you, once you understand how important it is for one to be grateful, even just for breath, I'm telling you, nothing else don't really phase you too much. You know how important you are. If you wake up every day and the Most High was like, yeah, breathe a little life in him or her. And it's like, I'm hearing that's how you know, because it does take balance. But it's like when you set your mind there high every day, just being grateful for breath, it's like, even though you got to go out there and deal with the materialistic world, it's like they don't even control you. I'm not telling you what somebody told me. I'm telling you what I know, family. And I feel like that's what Big Mama is saying. It is time to get back to walking in gratitude. The more things the more grateful you are, family, the more things you will have to be grateful for. And I feel like that's a specific message for the chosen, because we will be tested on that, of knowing who we are, of saying who we are, and no matter what is going on with us on this mission, because you know they fucking with us, but they ain't fucking with us even when they fucking with us. Yeah. It's important to still walk in gratitude for our divine love and divine protection on this mission. And that just is what it is. That's what I got, family. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, gangsta white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, tribe, you can still stand. Y'all know this y'all crown. Stand tall. Just be grateful. No matter what you do, be grateful. Peace, love, and power for the journey, family.